We could go. We could go. We could go. We could
I'm a still. I mean, not water. I'm a still.
What up? What up? What up? How y'all doing? We just having a good time in here. We having a good time. We are the band Water Seed coming at you for episode. Help me out. 43.
Yeah,
43. My notes say episode 43. So
43.
Good thing. We have a very special guest, Vegas Cola. Say what's up, Vegas.
Whoop, whoop.
I'm the guest.
Yeah. That's what's up. Miss Vegas Cola is joining us today, but we're happy to get into this episode and do the thing and all the rest of that. We have Vegas Cola, like I said, as our special guest. We have Miss Denise Love. Say what's happening, Denise.
Hey, pew, pew, pew.
Pew, 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 pew.
We have Gentleman Sharp.
What up, y'all?
I'm Lou Hill, and I'm going to introduce him today. I never introduced him. Raheem Glaspie came to the recording 30 minutes. No, the recording, he was supposed to be here an hour ago. And he came late. Raheem. So we've been waiting on Raheem for like ever.
So, wow. When we having a good day, this mofo can't introduce me, but to throw me under the bus.
You're having a good day.
You're
having a good day. We've been waiting for you for an hour.
Wow.
That's how it goes, sir.
I just want y'all to notice this,
That's
crowd.
how it
I
goes,
want
sir.
y'all to notice this, listeners.
Go
He
ahead.
never wants to tell me nothing when we having a good day. But as soon as he ready to throw me under the bus, this what we get, that's cold.
Take
But
notes.
yes, I am the great, the one and only Raheem Glaspie. I still did it myself. I had to, baby. I had to.
His name today will be Late Ass Glaspie. Late Ass Glaspie. So Vegas, what's going on in your life? How you doing? You just dropped a new single. Tell us about it. What's
Yes,
happening?
indeed.
It's a song I wrote probably about a year ago. It was just something fun. I went to Reggie Nicholas.
Reggie was up
Reggie!
there.
Whoop, whoop.
And he was like, let me do something from scratch, because I was trying to get him to like make a track to something I had written already. So we went in the studio and actually came up with the song once, and then I went back and re-recorded the vocals, and that was that. And we were sitting on it for a while, and I was like, oh, this is an appropriate song since I picked up a new habit during quarantine. And
Okay.
it's about lighting it up.
Oh.
Light is
Fun
an idea
times.
tonight.
Late
Fun
today.
times. Yeah.
So we're gonna talk about the single a little more. We're gonna talk about the single a little more, but I want to bring up a question, and this came up yesterday. And I'm picking on Raheem, Miss Late Ass Glaspie, that's his name today. Picking on Late Ass Glaspie again today. Talking to your mic too. Make sure you're talking to Mike.
Bruh,
I got you all day, Raheem. All day, sir. So this is it. It was a conversation that came up yesterday, and I want to tell you the incident. But real quick, and this is not a real subject, but what is how y'all feeling is like, what's going on? What happened was we were shooting something and something fell over, and Denise ran to grab it. I had something in my hands. I was like, dang, Raheem, blah, 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 blah. What'd you think about it? You go help her out. And Raheem said something. What'd you say, Raheem? You said,
You just put me on the spot today.
It's your
I
turn, brother.
said I ain't helping because it's 2021 and everybody got equal rights.
he said genders is a construct. But my thing is like, I think it's a fine line. It's kind of like, you have kind of like a thing where it's like you want to, it's a deeper conversation. I don't want to go into it, but
That's
real
a
quick,
whole nother
ladies,
conversation.
help open doors or not.
It would be nice.
Open doors or not.
It would be nice.
Okay, we going Tiffany, I'm not getting off subject. Write that down. We're going to talk about is chivalry versus gender, as you say. You said, really, gender is a construct. I said bullshit. And then you said, and there's a reason I said bullshit, because I think that you saying what you said to me was kind of like out of context of, I think, what that means. But we talk about that. So let's write that down. We'll get to another shit. But that's a good
We can
question.
talk about it, baby.
You didn't want to help me out, though.
I like when people open the door for me.
First of all, I was ready to help you out, my baby.
But what
I
happened?
love you. You my bestie.
Well, with that being,
Besties help each other out. and they
with
help,
that
you
being
know.
said, let's push it forward. But it's a good conversation.
is.
Talk,
Let's
put
get
put
with
some
it.
comments in. Let's see if that's something we need to talk about and bring back. But it's something that I had like as a little subcategory. We're gonna move right on with the show and get right into it. Before we do that, though, we are the band Water Seed. We do this every week. Wednesday, 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. You can watch the theme show, the podcast, everything. We good, though.
We good.
Share us, spread the word.
And this week we'll be premiering.
Come on.
This week we'll be premiering our new single. Everybody knows that we drop a single every first and third.
First and third.
This week the single is Those Were the Days. So we'll play that a little later.
Oh, that's gonna be exciting.
It's out there now.
Looking forward.
Those were the days.
Well,
We ain't even vote on the name of the song.
Raheem was
I
not
wanted-
committed to that title.
Not at all.
But it's out there now.
It's out there.
It's
Who
out
did
there
he tell
now.
that to? Did he tell it to
I
you?
definitely told it to everyone
You
while
didn't
we
tell
were
it to me.
while we were at our video shoot.
Well, hey,
Whatever. It's
that-
it's
now
out
that's-
there
He
now.
wasn't-
Now that's
he
the
wasn't
name.
around, though.
That's the
Oh,
name.
I wasn't nowhere
you
around.
wasn't around.
Now
I'm
that's the
sorry.
name.
I'm sorry, Lou. You wasn't there,
Look,
Lou.
people,
I'm
we-
sorry.
We shot the video on Saturday, Vegas. The song needed to be uploaded. How early? I can't upload the song. The day before.
My bad.
It's all
We
good.
spent a week, 2 weeks. recording the
Those
song.
were the days.
My bad.
That's the name of the song.
My bad.
Okay, so anyway,
wasn't a
this-
part of
this
the
what we go through,
conversation.
Vegas. This what we go through,
I
Vegas.
see.
This is what we go through.
Very
And you see-
functional
Well, you see,
family.
well,
Balance.
you see how he blamed me. I said it in front of everybody. I wasn't even there. See?
Oh, I was ready. I was
Food
ready.
ain't
to-
even come out yet. We already fighting.
Ooh, we got food.
No.
No.
Yeah, we ate it already, late ass.
Yeah, we ate.
We had Red Bulls and all.
Oh, Red Bulls.
Well, without further
Where
ado,
y'all
we have to
wings?
let's get to the show with the next segment. You feeling good, Tiffany? Let's go to the next segment. Here we go.
Sanice's crazy question.
All right.
All right.
Okay, so first off, Vegas, I like that mask. That's dope.
Oh, thank you.
Indeed it
all right,
is.
I'm about to shout out my I'm gonna say my friends. Chris Royal's mom has been making masks, and I ordered this one, but she's definitely awesome, and she has a lot of prints and music masks and horns and stuff. So
Oh.
this is very cool mask, and you can get one too.
Oh,
nice.
I want that.
Dope.
Shout out to Chris Royal's mom. Make a
Yeah.
mask.
And be sure to get closer to your mic. We don't want to lose you too. But you're
Okay.
good. We got you. We got that
All right.
covered. That's a dope mask, though.
It really is.
It is.
It really
All
is.
the symbols.
I have a few of them, but I just basically ordered another one. It's like a music staff and rainbows and stuff. But she's really cool. She's not too far from here too, so definitely I'll let y'all know. I just know it's Karen Harper Royal, right? But she's on Facebook and stuff. So
All
Mask
right.
thing. Big shout
Mama
out to
Royal.
Mama Royal, thank you for your mask.
All right.
right.
Well, Denise, your question. What you got there?
So here we go. I don't know if it's hard, but think on it a little bit. So, if you had to listen to one band only for the rest of your life,
Band or artist?
band
Okay.
So
for the rest of your life, no other bands. What band would that be?
Jay, Gentleman Sharp. What's that?
First thing that came to mind was Return to Forever.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Huh.
Okay.
That's a good choice. That's a very good choice. Raheem, what you got?
Only one band forever.
That's it.
Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Good
Well,
choice.
damn.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
What you saying, Vegas?
The name escaped me. As soon as y'all said it, I was like, that's the first thing that came to mind, but I can't remember the name right now. Pretty brown eyes.
Oh,
Yeah.
mint
Oh, mint
condition.
condition.
Yeah. Yeah. Baby.
Aw.
Yes.
Mint condition is dope.
Yes. Okay.
That's if I
that
had
song.
to.
Yeah.
I feel like they're
Yes.
underrated though.
Yeah.
They are
Supremely.
definitely
I've seen them a couple
underrated.
times
Supremely.
live, and I was just like, you know what? I quit music. I mean, I'm never gonna be this
Stokely,
good.
my God. My God.
Yeah.
Stokely and dude that was Tony Braxton's ex who plays
Carrie
keys.
something?
Yeah, they're dope.
Yeah.
Denise, who you going with?
Genesis.
You gonna listen
wow.
to Genesis?
I
Genesis
almost
first.
said Genesis.
Genesis.
Almost.
Genesis. Phil Collins. Phil Collins' birthday was this past week, so
Happy birthday,
shout out
Phil.
to Phil.
It feels back on drums.
He is.
I
He
thought
has-
you were about to say you was back on
I
drugs.
know.
No.
I mean, I'm just saying.
Drums. Drums. Not drugs.
What is Z on it?
Oh, Phil's back on drugs.
Did you know that Phil was back on drugs?
Drums.
Wow.
You know that that weird thing that your brain does that it like takes the beginning and
Right.
and it's just like it kind of went there. Without
Yes.
you.
Right.
It wasn't. You didn't do it on purpose, but it
No.
just feels back on track.
Oh,
Yeah.
what? Drums. Oh, drums. Got it.
So I am picking Water Seed.
Hey.
And
Hey.
the reason is because I want to be able to listen to that's the only stuff that I create. You know
Oh,
what I'm
that's
saying?
not- yeah.
So
Yeah.
I don't want to do that.
See, Lou, and I can only listen to my voice like so much before I'm like aggravated.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know why that is, but if it's my own song, I give it like a good 2, 3, maybe 2 weeks, and then I'm like, yeah, I don't want to hear myself sing
You
anymore.
know, you got to write a few instrumentals. You'll be all right.
Well, you know, but if it's one band, you think about what's happening is one band. That means you can't listen to your own music.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
So it's like
that hurts.
I want to be able to listen to my own music, so I'm gonna pick Water Seed.
Yeah.
Yeah, that hurts. Yeah, you're right about that.
So we're gonna make some quick adjustments because Tiffany's telling me that we can't really see Vegas. Vegas, can you scoot a little bit more towards Denise?
The people want to
And
see you.
Raheem, scoot more towards Jay. Okay. I know you've been
The
trying to get
people
close to
This
Jay.
way?
want to see you.
A little. Is that better? Okay.
I have been trying to get closer to Jay.
What's
And
up?
so,
man?
ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna
Great
call
day.
Raheem out again because I want him to change this.
Oh my
Oh,
God!
Raheem, you on a roll.
Talking to that mic.
Did you have? You want me to hug the damn mic? I'm
would-
literally on it. I've
would
been
give-
doing it. Don't call me out again on this show. Continue.
He wants
you
you
to
to be
Jill
a
Scott
throat
that mic.
baby.
Stop Joseph.
Throat baby Mike.
He's got to.
Don't say that.
I still don't know what it means.
Don't say that.
It
It's
might.
a song.
I think it's
I've
way
never
more
heard the
vulgar
song.
than I think. I'm just amused.
Well, the reason, ladies
song
and
is
gentlemen, don't let
terrible.
Raheem fool you. The reason I need him to talk on the mic because Tiffany and I spend a lot of time editing the vocals, and Raheem's always low. So I'm like, he gets so excited. He be over here, over there, up there, and he goes.
I'm right here.
And
I'm
then
right
he's
here
like,
on it.
He's focused today.
He's
He's on
on
it?
I'm literally right.
he's on
I'm
it.
literally right on it.
Well,
If you
good.
can't hear me this week, use yours.
Again, my brain didn't really put that together right away.
What did your brain do?
It uses. I was like, what?
Use your ears.
Uses.
Use yours.
All right, for that word. I like
That's a
it.
New Orleans thing. No, we don't complete our words. As
No,
use
indeed.
years.
We don't complete our
Sound like
words,
something
our
of-
sentences, none of that.
That's
No.
like the name of your great something, your ancestor.
Oh yeah, that's my great
use
years.
use your glasses.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I like that.
Use yours.
Um,
I'm gonna use that on my use.
That's something that Harold
Use
tell people.
if you don't like how I'm
That's what
singing,
Harold
use
said.
yours.
Use yours.
Well, our main topic today.
Oh yeah, that.
Yeah,
Okay.
we have a main topic. The
we
main
do?
topic today is one that was brought up, and we're gonna, here at Water Seed, we good though. We bring everything back to music, and it's so funny how everything happens. So over the past 4 years, I feel like especially, black people have been really seriously leaving the country, like
Yes,
literally,
sir.
like I'm out.
Yeah.
We're leaving. It's enough. So there's been, of course, it's so funny because, for so many years going back, when I was growing up, people would be like, you don't like it here, go back to Africa. Well, that's what they're doing. So they're
Yes.
actually going back to Africa. There are a few countries that are like, we will take you back. African Americans come back home and deal with it. So there is a pretty large exodus of black people just leaving the States in general and going other places, everywhere from Europe to the Philippines to Taiwan.
Do
to
you
Hong
blame
Kong,
them though?
to Africa. A lot of people have moved to Senegal, South America. South America, South Africa, Mexico. They've moved to Nigeria, Ghana. A lot of these countries even have initiatives to do that.
That's amazing.
Well, that's good to know because I was thinking about leaving the country.
Right.
That's amazing.
Well, here's the thing. What do y'all
That's
think? I mean,
amazing.
because look, just the same way that I guess I feel like white America was brought up on, Africa and these countries being desolate countries of turmoil, we were brought up on that too. So in our psyche as African Americans, you'd be like, where do you want to visit for your vacation? Most of us would be like, oh, I'll go to Europe. Very few people would be like, unless you go into like, homage and see your ancestors, but you think you're going to be walking in sandals and, dust and everything like that. I mean, we came up with a stereotype as well that Africa doesn't have industry or is civilized.
I was
You know
about
what
to
I'm
say
saying?
civilization.
Yeah,
Yeah.
civilization, and it's true. And over the years, we've learned that that's very different. That they are, it is a civilized, and I'm just being honest, is very civilized, very educated. It has its own issues, you know, and I don't even want to say Africa because we say, you know, the West, we call Africa like it's a country. It's like it's not a country, bro. You know,
Entire.
It's an entire continent.
the
So,
largest one.
Right.
That and
Filled
it's
with
actually,
hundreds of countries.
And actually, on the globe, they make it smaller. They
Right.
don't make it its real size, and it's all subconscious.
Don't believe
We're
the
not gonna
hype.
get into that, but you look that up. Look that up. The
No, we could
actual
get into
size
it.
of Africa is massive. It's not as big as they put on
Massive.
globes and maps. But anyway, all that to say, so have you guys seen like a what?
My ADD, his nose fell out the mask, and for some reason, I just keep picturing like when your nose fall out, it feels like your nipple fell out.
He had a nose slip.
Sorry, go ahead.
No. Downtown Leslie Brown was talking about a nipple slip the other day.
Yeah,
She
that's
was
what it
talking about the
feels
nipple
like.
slip.
You and when it slip under your nose, you be like,
He's
oh,
like, oop.
my nipple, my nose.
Okay, but so look, real talk. That's a good. That's a good point.
Cover yourself up right here.
Yes.
trying
Watch yourself.
I'm not the most modest.
You know what? You remember what happened to Janet Jackson?
Right.
I don't talk. We ain't gonna talk about Janet because we talk about Janet. We got to talk about Justin, and I already went in on Justin.
We've already
Timberlake.
been
So I'm not
down
gonna
that
do
road
that
with
again.
We did.
There might be more to say.
We
No,
did.
We
No,
just
you
good. We
good.
having a
You
conversation.
No, it's all
You
good.
We good. We just having a
I
conversation.
know it's deep. I know.
No,
I
it's
know, let's
not.
go.
We just having a conversation. No. So whatever comes up. You know, nipple slip, nose slip. But I don't
You
know
just
what
need
it
a
is.
nose bra.
He
A
need a
nose
nose
bra?
piercing, so when the mask come down,
Sinise.
people see the
You
piercing.
can leave.
That's a D-. And just
You
for
can
the,
leave for that.
Just for the
Nose
record,
bras.
we've all been wearing nose bras for the last year. I'm
No.
tired of wearing-
No, they're saying to wear 2 masks now. So the one
Are they-
underneath would be a bra.
Well, and now in China, the way they're testing you, they swipe your booty hole.
Okay.
Yeah, I saw
That's
that.
That's what they were doing on Idiocracy when he went to the
I
hospital.
have to watch that.
Oh
I
yeah,
have
you
I
gotta
keep
watch
hearing
it.
about this.
Yeah.
Podcasters.
How you
this
learn
is
about
how
the
we-
economy.
This is literally a conversation because this is how it goes though. This I don't mind.
I was just
A
saying,
booty hole
You
swipe.
put this one in your
It's
mouth
a-
and this one in your butt.
you got to choose.
Oh wait, my bad. You put this one in your mouth and this one in your butt.
You know what, Jay?
Whichever one is the biggest goes in your butt. That's what.
You
it
know
is.
what?
Hey.
It's too early.
Okay.
Which swab
I don't
are we
make the
using?
rules.
Which
I don't
swab
make the
are we
rules.
using? Okay, so
Okay.
damn, we talking about. See, now we going into
The
how people
Exodus.
test it.
Okay, massive exodus. Or what's it?
Yeah, the Black Exodus. Let's
Black-
go. This is like this is literally how the conversations go in the car.
People.
So, honestly, how y'all feeling about it though? How y'all feeling like?
I'm feeling
what were your,
good
What were
about
your
it.
thoughts about it?
I'm
Is
all
it
for
something?
it.
Would you leave the country?
Yep.
So
Yeah.
where would you go though?
See, my plan off the dump is to live
Off the
in.
dump
Yes.
in China.
That's disgusting.
Of course. but anyway.
My best plans come off the dump too. So.
No.
Pretty good. Sit here for a while. Let me
Off the dump.
Okay, I'm sorry.
The
No,
thinker.
for real. But if I had to choose, and like I said, my plan has always been to live in Belize. I don't know why I'm in love with that place, but I've been once, and I think it's so beautiful. So I know at some point I'm going to end up in Belize. And what was funny, I was watching the Eve show. I know you're like, well, what does that have to do with anything? But I was watching the Eve show, and she doesn't live here. She lives in the UK.
Oh yeah, with her
Ah.
husband. That's
Yeah.
like billionaire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, how long has she been living in
Yeah,
the UK?
She got
Like-
married. It was a rat.
Huh.
So
I don't know
I'm-
that show. I'll check it out.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I
Eve
will
had her
too.
own show. She played this girl named Shelly. Whatever, don't even worry about
But
it.
the talk
Go-
show that she's
but
on.
I was gonna say her podcast is really good, and her talk show is really good as well. And she lives in the UK. That it's just like
I'm out.
you know. So
Yeah.
Vegas,
at,
what-
at some point I'm out. You know, at some point I'm out.
Vegas, where you going?
All right. So for some reason, I just had this like imaginary fascination with France, and then I went there a couple of times, and
It's beautiful.
I planned to spend like a couple of months in France last year. I wanted to go for the summer because I had made friends with the family, and I was going to take my daughter out there for the summer. And of course, that got kind of uprooted. But also, I was fascinated with Brazil, but I never got there. I was supposed to go there, like studied Portuguese for a while to try and get there, and I never got there. But yeah, France was always one, because I'm into like Nina Simone and Josephine Baker. I like watched these stories and read their biographies, and I felt like their liberation happened when they moved from out of America, because like black women have so many just obstacles, and like the liberation here just seems so far fetched. So that's kind of why to me it's still a fantasy, because I haven't been able to like get comfortable enough to just up and do it. So, but at some point I want to explore that possibility.
Nice. I like that. Sanice, and well, Vegas, a lot of people from New Orleans actually go to France because of the connection.
Yeah,
you know,
I can see that.
I've definitely been, and it's definitely our sister country.
I put my daughter in French
culture-wise.
immersion because I feel like she can learn it faster than I can. So a few years of that, I feel like we'll be able to kind of make the transition. So
Absolutely.
Nice.
I'm out.
Sanice, out of here.
Deuces. So, I guess there's a couple of places for me. Ethiopia would definitely be.
You trying to eat?
No, that's
Yeah, kind of.
that's just because all the Ethiopian people be like, you know, you look like you one of us, our sister.
Well, I mean, and that's a part of it. It's just going, based on just my roots and my lineage, that would be a place that I would want to go to. And I know one of my friends, he was over there and he did a lot of work. So, it's a great place for that. I think Brazil would be another spot.
That's one of my. I don't know. I haven't been there yet, so I can't make that commitment. But I really do want to go.
Yeah, and I feel it like I want to go out there. And then I also saw Lenny. He has a compound out there.
Oh yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
So he kind of.
I was just talking about that.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. His compound is amazing.
Yeah.
Like seriously.
Lenny Kravitz.
And then the other place would be Japan. So and I was supposed to study out there a long time ago, and with the culture, and just amazing. So it would be.
Those are great choices. We need to just
Those were
follow
all
Sanice around.
wonderful
I'm
choices.
just saying.
Let's go.
So,
Yeah.
all right, I'm out.
I'm out.
So for me, at one time, it was a South American country. And I guess this will change over years. It was Japan, too. It was maybe Europe. But I would find somewhere in Africa. And the reason I would, and I know that they have their own issues, but I would find somewhere in Africa because I for once want to be in a place where it's like not a skin color. You know what I'm saying? It's not a skin color. Like it's all about just, it's not a line in that's, in that issue. It's like all about people living. And I'm not naive enough to say that there's not their tribal things and all the rest of that, but it's just like where everybody around you, you're actually in the majority when you walk out the door.
I like that.
You know what
Now
I'm saying?
you got me because I was lost.
You're actually in the majority. And it's and as an American, it would be a little weird. Of course, I'd have to find the right country and figure out how that fits and everything. But it is like figuring out which one works, which one is best for me. But I would want to definitely be in an environment that's like that to just dig, to figure out what it's about. I have a few friends who are from Africa, and it's a whole different vibe. It's a whole different vibe. So that would be my choice. That's where I would go and deal with it, and that's what I'm thinking about. So the part dealing with music and everything is, I have a question that kind of attaches to this. Is here in the States, especially being from New Orleans, it seems like every time you're performing, New Orleans is a port city. We get a lot of people from overseas, from different countries that come and visit and live here. The biggest thing that everybody tells you, and I know Vegas, you've heard it, we've definitely heard it when you're on the stage, is like, they would love you in Sweden. They would love you in Australia. They would treat you so nice in France and UK and Germany. Please come there. We would love you. We would take care of you. Do you guys find that, would you base your exodus on like music at all?
No, I just honestly, it's more or less just searching for a sense of liberation. I feel so smothered all the time here, and I feel like that's more important because music has been my whole life, but I've experienced it so much that I'm not looking for so much more from that. I'm looking much more out of life and having like a sense of self and being aware and around people who don't constant. I don't. For me, that's just a when I'm here in New Orleans or in the States, I just feel like I wake up and I have like a standard that I have to live by. And I don't necessarily want that.
Wow.
Right, like people are looking at you, but not really looking at you, looking like you're. And this is the thing I mean about being a majority. It's like as black people, it's like when you go out and do something, at least responsible black people, you're actually carrying your race with you.
Yes.
So everything
Completely.
you do is like, because of the small thinking of some of the people who control the country we live in, what happens is they're like, well, that's all black people the way it acts. Now, I'm glad that that's slowly changing, but it's been a long haul to get there, if you ask me. So I would think, America does smother you in that sense, in that form.
I feel like music is a part of life, so that's going to be with me wherever I go. It's going to be an easy transition, and honestly, I've moved around so much, not over the country, but just as a small person or kid, and like music was they had choirs, they had this, so it was always something for me.
It's always
It's
there.
always
Always
there.
has, it was
Yeah.
something to keep me grounded, which I am so grateful for. But more or less, it's just the stigmatism and just everything that's associated with like how I'm supposed to dress, how I'm supposed to wear my hair, what I'm supposed to look like, why I'm beautiful today and why I'm not, why I wasn't yesterday. I just don't want that anymore.
You just want to be able to do your thing
Yeah.
and make it
That's
is what
what's
it
up.
is. No, I'm with that. What about you, Raheem? Would you make a move based on the music?
So I had the opportunity once to perform in Paris, and we did the musical Ain't Misbehavin'. And the way they treated us was not a joke. They treated us like gods, like legit, like whatever we needed, whatever we wanted, we got. They're literally just doing whatever it was. So I think I would. Because
Yeah, it'd be based on your
it would solely be based on if, say, a huge opportunity happens for us and we got to move to Japan. I'm with that.
You're like, let's roll with it.
I'm with that. Where are we going? Absolutely.
Well, look, for real, in these COVID times, it is very complicated to like figure out, like, what's the next move for musicians? It's like,
Yeah.
what do
That
you
part.
do? Like, you're thinking 3 months, then you're thinking 6 months, then you're thinking 8 months. I know that several times our plans have been blown up. Oh, we're going into phase 3. Oh, we're back in phase
Yeah,
1.
well,
Oh, we're da-da-da-da. It's
yeah,
been
2.
crazy. It's been really complicated to do. So as a musician, it's had a great emotional toll. Then, in the middle of pandemic, we had racial revolution, all of that stuff happening. There was a lot of stuff going on at the same time. So I think just as musicians, black, white, Hispanic, whatever you are, there's all these things you have to kind of figure out. Moving, I think, should be on the table. Like, maybe move, maybe do what Josephine did, and like say, I'm going. Look, y'all don't appreciate me here. I'm out. I'm going to London. I'm going to blah 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 to do my thing. But in the meantime, we can't move around the building. I do want to talk about some of the new tips for music that have come out. If we're not talking about music, real quick, just gonna name a few, and some of them y'all probably gonna disagree with. So
speak on
with
it.
some of the stuff that's happening. They're saying you should have more quantity over quality. Now that's a big issue, but how y'all feeling about that?
Quantity over
and this is
In-
from
in
the,
music
this is from
production?
The Western, this is from the Western point of view. So this is to make it in the Western music industry, quantity over quality. Are you
I'll
moving?
agree. Wait, what?
Are you moving? Are you gonna stay in America? That's just an adage, but
Oh,
yeah, no. So what's going on? Y'all agree with that or not?
I do.
Quantity over quality?
Let me tell you.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so in my experience over the years, I've always recorded music and never put anything out because I felt like it wasn't good enough or it needed more production or it needed this or needed that. But in the meantime, I've been in studios with rappers and there's Jet Life. There's like just, and they definitely go by quantity over quantity. Quality, you know what I'm trying to say, damn it. Damn it, tongue tie. They go for quantity over quality simply because if they put music out, and that's where their recognition comes from. Think about it. That's their motto. Rappers, I was looking at like Meg Thee Stallion, who I personally think she's pretty, she's cool, but her putting out music constantly, Cardi B putting out music, and these are some rappers, and I'm thinking about like Jet Life. They put out mixtapes and songs once a week. Y'all talking about twice a month. No, I mean like they're coming out with songs and albums as much as possible, and it has to do with the quantity, and that gets the attention. The quality will happen, I feel like, as a result of you constantly putting in work.
But don't you think? But in an era, and I'm just asking, not necessarily my opinion, but in an era of people only want artists to sound one way and do one thing, like you're a trap artist, you're a blah 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 artist. Don't you think that could somehow confuse people about who you are and what your sound is? And just asking.
No.
You think it's still more?
No, because think about all of the artists who have these long catalogs. They went through phases. I watched the Bee Gees documentary the other day.
Oh, on HBO.
Right. Yeah.
I want to catch that.
And they talked about how the first time they got famous and they blew up and they were like every other boy band at the time. I just say boy band. I don't know what you call it. The British Invasion with the Beatles. They were Australian or whatever.
Right.
But they talked about that phase and how the band fell apart, and then they grew up and they came back as men, and they had this phase, and then they fell off again, and then during disco and Saturday Night Fever for whatever, and they actually started singing R&B. That's more their music style. If you think about it, like just emotion, it's very R&B style. So if they would have decided to stay in a box, they never would have went anywhere.
So I like that. Let's talk about the next thing that they're saying. And see, I agree. I agree with that, but I think it's very hard to, and this goes back to another show when you were talking about colorism in music. This goes back to another show. I just remember something I wanted to talk about. But this goes back to another show where we were talking about colorism in music, and it seems like as African Americans, again, which is why I think people leave the States, as African Americans, we get put into a box where we can't do whatever we want to do. We can't do whatever sounds. So one of the things that it advises is be bold, be yourself, and be creative.
I like that.
How y'all feel about that? Is that realistically marketable in the industry that we're in?
Not all the time.
It's not.
It's not realistically marketable because they tell you what they want you to look like or what they want you to sound like. So if they're telling you to also be bold and
Who's
take
they,
the
like
chance,
record execs? And things like
yeah, the people who actually
The
make
powers that be.
the powers that be that actually pay you for the stuff. You know what I'm saying? They have a certain look of what they want and a sound that they want, and this is what's hot right now. So if they're telling you to be bold, but they also have their certain sound, it's like they're trying to confuse you, in my opinion.
But and don't the fans have control over it too though? Because I
think
feel
more
like
now, yeah.
But I think more now. But I think that also it's like we're turning into like a monochromatic society where everybody's looking the same, everybody's doing the same things. It's not as creative
Even
as it was.
hip-hop artists.
Yeah, it's not as
Yeah.
creative as it was when it was coming out. Like the West Coast had their look, the East Coast had their. It was like there were layers to it. Even back in the day, the Beatles had their look. This R&B band had their look. James Brown had that look. Everybody had different things happening. You know what I'm saying? And they were celebrated for their difference. Now it just seems like everybody's the same, and they get rewarded for that sameness.
You know,
Well-
I was just gonna say, Beyonce. Okay, so she, she has the blonde locks, I guess, and she kind of ventured off doing the black hair and all of that, but her fans wanted her to go back to the way she's been looking for the past X amount of years. And that's what it is. She's not changing anything. Her look is pretty much the same thing it's been for 20 plus years.
Well, let me
You know?
and let
Because
me
the
add-
Beehive wants it.
well, let
Because
me
her fans want it.
well, let me add this. Like we did 3 months in Russia, right?
Yes, we
We
did.
did 3 months in Russia, and they treated us different. Like when you guys have gone out there, they treated, and we could do whatever we wanted to do, and people said they're creative, they're artists. Here in the States is a little different. It's like if you look like this is what you are. You know what I'm saying? If you talk like this is what you are, opposed to the person kind of arriving at, let me show you through my narrative who I am. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. It's weird. It's
I
weird,
think social
but I think
media plays a big part in all of that, where it's like, where especially when you say things are becoming the same. Well, if this went viral, I should probably try this because this went viral. So maybe I should fall into this box because this is what people are falling into. So this is the thing that's getting
Those
me
are
their
the
attention.
numbers.
So these are the
Well-
numbers. So let me look like
Yeah,
this so I can
exactly.
see if my numbers can kind of look like that.
Well, I think that's true too, and I think right. I think
I'm sorry.
Right. No. Right.
so. Well, my thing is this too. It's like in America we have walls up. So in other words, like I didn't know house was like the largest music form in the world. House music.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
yeah.
But you wouldn't know that being in the States. The same thing with Afrobeat.
Absolutely.
You wouldn't know that Afrobeat was worldwide, but in
Worldwide.
the States, we don't get the sound.
Kind of sound I was going for in my song, but anyway, go ahead.
But it's true, you know, it's like,
Which you can download today on Facebook.
oh no, we gonna put
We
all the
got you.
information up.
We
No, we
got
gonna
you.
put you. No, we got you. We plugging you in, baby. Don't worry about that.
You good though. You good though.
So maybe this, and even in not just in music, but in tech industries, the brother that moved to Japan, now he has like the largest or one of the largest independent anime companies.
it's awesome.
There's a lot of brothers and sisters that are moving to Africa because tech is booming in Africa and they're growing their
Exactly.
countries. So there's so many reasons. I mean, as musicians, we relate to it in that way, but there's so many other reasons beyond. In other words, it feels like there's more growth potentially to get out of America, where since the creation of this country, I'm going to America, the streets are paved in gold.
Yes, because
and
America
opportunity.
has been lying from the start to everyone.
Well, it has been lying from the start from everyone, but I do think America's initial setup of anybody can get rich, I do think there's some truth to that.
No.
I just think that
That truth, you can come here and you can be born poor and die rich. That will always be a fact about America.
Well,
you know what I mean?
So let me finish my thought. So that's what most countries didn't have, and so that was true, but that was only true for certain people. So
Come on now.
So, but
Okay,
that's
now.
not what we're talking about today. But it seems like now, because we know where the money is, now powers are controlling how that money is spent. There's almost more money outside to start your joint and blow up because it doesn't have those confining structures set up just yet. So, you know, and big shout out to all the people with GameStop and Reddit for blowing up the stock
Yeah, I
market.
like it.
And all, yeah,
And
yeah,
now the
yeah.
federal government is mad. Look, so it's just a conversation about, you know, to stay or to go, whatever industry you're in, whatever you need is peace of mind outside of the damn country.
Oh,
Yeah,
especially
I
if
think
you are
so.
a person of color, absolutely. Peace of mind is not. It ain't happening here in America. I could just tell you that.
You know what? I wouldn't say I would move somewhere because of the music, because I think that anywhere you go in the world, you're going to find it, right? And so one of the things being in America, you know, we have been in a box. But the thing with technology now is it allows for you to be able to listen, you know, to different styles and sounds. And that's something in the most recent years we've had that access to. And just really being able to go to other countries and experience what the cultures are. The music, I feel like, is naturally going to follow. I do
think-
believe that.
Go ahead, Vegas. Uh-huh.
What you were going back to, whatever article it is, send it to me because I need to know a little bit more about the context. But it says about be bold, and I think that's all coming full circle. It's like hard to be bold when you're taught that be bold to a certain degree. And
Be
it's
bold in a
just-
box.
Yeah, I'm over that. So yeah, that I think it's right. Be bold, but you also have to be brave. and accept that you're not going to have all the friends you want. You're going to literally be sitting in a room with people that you grew up with, and they're going to say that shit sounds terrible. But so be bold, but be brave. Be ready for people not to like it, people not to love you.
Stand on your own.
Yeah.
Bold but be brave. Yes.
Or the other
And
way
be alone.
is if only the people that's in your immediate vicinity loving it. You got it gets tricky. It gets tricky. It gets really tricky. It's a interesting concept that we are now in 2021, and more is seeming like maybe. You need to keep your citizenship here, but go find dual citizenship somewhere else.
Ludacris is doing.
And figure that out. But hey, we're turning into a world society which some people don't want to hear. So this week, ladies and gentlemen, it's the first Wednesday of February, and we have a new single for you. So without further ado, the world premiere of Those Were the Days.
Those were the days I laid down before me. Those were the times I've almost had, if only. Those were the days I've laid down before me. Those were the times I've almost had, if only. Those were the days. Those were the days. Those were the days. Those were the days. Time keeps passing slowly. It trickles day to day. It almost fades away. The things I thought below me, it almost seems so clear, but never really. Those were the days I laid down before me. Those were the times I almost had, if only. Those were the days I laid down before me. Those were the times I almost had, if only. Those were the days. 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 Actions didn't sit right. You think be without them? Where would I be without them?
What up?
Hey.
Those were the days. Those were the days. What you think, Vegas? We do good?
Yeah, y'all did good. I like it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We do what we can, right?
It definitely overshadowed my initial thought about Those Were the Days. What's that sitcom with the old man, the grumpy man, the white dude?
Boy, the way Glenn Miller played. Oh, that made the hit parade. Just like us, we had it made. Those were the days.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sorry, the harmony.
So it definitely overshadowed that. 'cause
Oh
I-
yeah, well that is a song named. Yeah, that was a great song. All in the Family theme song.
Jay, you were
There it
quick on
is.
that one.
So you knew exactly.
Jay knew. Jay,
Like,
first of all,
alright.
Jay knew
It's-
where she was going with it.
Thank you. That's what I need.
It's a classic. It's a classic song. It's a classic song. So Vegas, tell us about your single. Tell us what you're doing. What's happening. We're gonna put this all on the bottom screen, but where they can find you and do everything. We're not quite done yet, but I just wanted to make sure you get that love.
Okay, so I'm excited about Bandcamp has First Fridays
Yep.
where you can download the song and full proceeds or whatever.
Go to
Right.
the
goes
artist.
directly. And when I say directly, like it's in my PayPal right away. So for downloading my single, if you could do me a favor and wait till Friday, February 5th. And download it, and that would go straight to, me. The
Nice.
full $199, I think, or whatever it is.
That's
So y'all look
awesome.
up that. There's a couple of articles out there talk about Bandcamp Fridays.
Yeah, I get the emails.
Yeah,
Okay.
Bandcamp.
Same.
That's
Bandcamp
awesome.
Fridays. They're a great partner for artists, where artists really don't have to deal with the huge money cuts we get from like iTunes or whatever. They're really
Yes.
supporting artists. So-
Bandcamp Friday. Bandcamp. Okay, so
Yeah.
just put that out there. Put it out there. Put it in your mind. Friday, February 5th. And also, it's just a fun song. I needed to work on
dope.
something that made you want to dance, and just we're dealing with a lot of depressive
You
type
and
shit.
Reggie done good. Where can they find you on social media? I know you have a bunch of pages because your daughter's a star. So tell them about your social media pages.
I just have my personal page, and then I did a band page, which is Vegas Cola Band, because we were doing a lot of gigs and private parties, and so I have that separate. But my personal page is just basically me.
Vegas Cola at Instagram.
Vegas Cola. Oh, I'm sorry. Hold up. I changed it to Vegas the Alien. I was in one of my moods.
I saw that.
I'm really trying to tap into this self-awareness, and I just want to be okay with being different. And then it's so crazy because I had this huge forehead as a kid, and my mom always made me wear bangs. And so now I wear my forehead out proudly, and
Come
I
on,
say, I'm
forehead.
Vegas the Alien. So you can
I didn't notice it.
Yeah,
I don't notice it.
Great forehead, Vegas.
Yeah, that forehead looked fine to me, girl. That forehead looked fine.
I grew into it. So Vegas the Alien and
I
Vegas,
didn't, so it's
Vegas
all right.
Cola Band
At
.com or Vegas Cola at Vegas Cola. That's like the Facebook and the Instagram, but
Okay.
also VegasColaMusic.com. I put a lot of. No, it's funny because this website is extensive. It's got articles. I'm probably going to put this on there and say all the stuff that I've been doing during quarantine, and there's music videos and all kind of stuff. Not music videos, but videos on VegasColaMusic.com. Say it with me now. VegasColaMusic.com.
Music.com.
There you go.
A learning
So
lesson.
Pew,
be
pew,
sure
pew.
be sure to check out Vegas Cola. She's been doing her thing here in New Orleans, tearing it up. And usually when COVID wasn't happening, she'd be singing the sold out, packed out houses. So make sure
Every time.
Make sure you check out Vegas.
It's coming
We have
back.
one more segment, and the disclaimer is we ain't got nothing to do with it. That's the disclaimer. That's the legal disclaimer. It's all thoughts and ideas of this young man. So let's get ready for our next segment, which is called Just the Tip.
So normally my tips are vulgar.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I
Wow,
hadn't
I
been
know.
interpreting them that way.
Wow. But today, since I'm feeling love, although Lou was hating on me, coming from me all hard.
Still hating.
But today it's very simple. It's very simple. Whatever you got, stick with it.
Hey.
Now, what if you got COVID, dog? What if you got scratching in your nether regions? You want to stick with that too? I'm hating on everything you're saying. I'm hating everything you're saying. What if you're burning, dog?
Grow up.
What if you got cancer? What I'm saying. You gonna stick with that too? Whatever you got. I'm just gonna hate on
that's him. Let me say this again
I'm
for
hating.
the people listening.
I was about to say, is that like
I'm
one
so
of those
sorry.
terms
I
that
don't- I
died?
don't-
Can
I
we
don't-
say
I don't know.
he over there drinking
I don't
haterade
know
or whatever
what,
that's
I don't
called?
know
I'm
what's
just saying.
happening. I don't know what's happening over there with Lou today. But
I'm just hating.
He clearly needs a hug. But whatever you got,
just hating.
stick with it.
Yeah,
Whatever you got.
I like that.
Stick
Thank
with
you,
it.
Raheem.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you. Thank you.
So
Dee.
pure.
Thank you.
I like it.
Thank you. So if you know you got your hand, stick with it. Got your flashlight, or is it
Now you
called
see,
a
Vegas, you were
fleshlight?
coming at me. See, I
Stick
knew it was
with
going to
it.
eventually go there, Vegas.
You're hurting yourself
Vegas,
right now.
I knew it was going to eventually go there, Vegas. See, that's why I was trying to chop it off. I was trying to cut it down before it went there, y'all. That's all I'm saying. I knew he was going to go there. All right, so without further ado, I told you we ain't got nothing to do with this. I tried to chop it up, but it didn't. See what I'm saying? You're encouraging. All right, anyway, we are the band Water Seed. We do this every Wednesday, 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. Make sure you check it out. This is episode 43.
43.
Our special
Nice.
guest has been the great Vegas Cola. Give it up
Oh,
for
that's
Vegas.
so sweet.
Thank you, Vegas, for coming out and doing the thing. We have our first and third single release.
First and third.
which is, Those Were the Days, which
Those
is
were
now
the
available.
days.
After this show is when it becomes available, right at like midday. So check that out, save it, go to Spotify, download it. Download it is great. So big shout out to our team,
Bandcamp.
Tiffany, our producer, Team Magic, Gentilly Agency, Genrise, all the rest of that stuff. And without further ado, I think we're done. You got something y'all want to close out and say?
No, thank y'all for having me.
Hey.
Oh,
Thank you
thank
for
you for
coming.
coming.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming.
I was still
The
a little
feminine
drowsy from that
energy.
edible last night. Oh my God.
Hey, well, you know,
I love
So,
that.
but I made it anyway.
There it is. Red Bull. Red Bull
do
got
what
Is
you
it like
do.
chocolate or would you?
It was like marshmallows with like chocolate chips and some kind of other cereal. It was like cinnamon toast crunch. It
That's
was so
amazing.
good, and it's like I hate
once
when
you
they're
pop,
good.
the fun don't stop.
Like,
Amazing.
yeah. So anyway, but I
Absolutely.
made it. Thank y'all for having me.
Thank you
You're
for coming.
welcome.
Thank you for coming. Okay, without further ado, how y'all feeling?
We good, though.
All right, cue that music and yeah.
We could go. We could go. We could go. We could.
It's
It's muted.
no, I'm saying it.